So I have something absolutely ridiculous that my one of my nurse practitioners put into my chart. Um, I made a little list here. It's on my blog um, about what's been going on with me since January, which, as if you've seen any of the videos, been a hot mess. But so I've had fatigue, GI upset, nausea, dizziness, symptoms of low blood sugar with normal blood sugars. I bought a glucometer and all that. Flushing, shortness of breath, and other whatever unpleasant things. So I've been to the ER 4 times, urgent care twice, the PCP 3 times, pulmonology, endocrinology, rheumatology, gastroenterology, electrophysiology, 2 different allergists. I had a colonoscopy, an endoscopy, a stress test with an echo, a second cardiac echo, EKGs, a chest CT with contrast, an MRI with contrast. I believe I had a second CT as well, multiple x-rays, pulmonary function test, and I can't tell you how much blood work at this point. I had a reaction to 2 different medications, reactions to foods, and 2 scratch tests and a partridge in a pear tree. Is how I put it. So it's been an eventful year. So you think when you go to the doctor that they would sit and listen to you, especially when I've got this hot mess of a situation going on. Well, my PCP is awesome. Always sits and listens, looks at me, has a conversation. Very important. If you're going to be an NP and you're in school now and you're going to be going in for it, please listen to your patients. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to their concerns. They may be ridiculous to you, but it's important to them. I'm sure some of my doctors think I'm ridiculous, and you know what? I don't care. Because sometimes I am ridiculous, and that's fine. And they call me on it and talk to me, and we have a conversation. One of those things is I'm supposed to start on Plaquenil or hydroxychloroquine for the rheumatoid arthritis. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid of all the side effects. I know that they're rare, and a lot of it is, once you're on it for a prolonged period, but freaks me out. I'll be honest. No one, the incidence of having a reaction to prednisone or Solumedrol is like 0.3%. That was me. So now I'm a little hesitant just because my body has not been my body since, almost a year now. But so I go to the gastroenterologist. Super nice, very knowledgeable. And we're sitting there and I notice it's more with the NPs than the doctors. Sometimes it's the doctors. I can't say that because they do it too. But I don't care who you are. If you're in the healthcare field, please just look at your patient. So they'll be sitting there, not even paying attention to what I'm saying. And they'll be typing away, and for one, it makes you feel bad as the patient, like no one gives it, what about you. But I had a gastroenterologist. Now I told her, this is what I said. I said that when you have IBS, you can imagine the symptoms that come with that. I get bloated, my stomach hurts, I don't feel good, and you tend to pass gas, whether it be belching or, the other direction, and it happens. Whatever. Well, I said sometimes I'll be sitting there watching TV and it's embarrassing because, my husband's sitting there next to me and I can't help it. I don't feel good and, it may come out. And I said jokingly, because if you know me, which these people should know me because I've seen them multiple times, I'm not a serious person. So I said to her, even he'll comment and say something like, well, geez, you're over there gassing away, or something like that, like joking around, because you have to make light of it. It's been unpleasant. And then I think he makes it, so it's not as embarrassing for me because he knows I can't help it. So anyway, so she writes in my chart, my permanent chart, patient's husband complains of excessive flatulence and belching. I can't. I was Well, first I cracked up. Then I was flabbergasted. And then I told my husband, I'm like, Clint, listen, this is what she said. He's like, great, now I look like a jerk in your chart. But really? Like, it's even if it's what I had said, how does that have anything to do with anything? Like it doesn't prove that I've had, any kind of gas or whatever, that I've been uncomfortable. It's a random quote. And it's not even what I said because, they're too busy typing away, trying to get their documentation done, which I get it. I get it. It's easier for you to do the documentation while you're having the visit. But you know what? It's not easier? Is your patient going home and having to explain to her husband why her chart says patient's husband complains of excessive flatulence and belching. So yeah, so that's my PSA for today. Please listen to your patients. Look at them. Pretend that you care. I hope you care. You should care. I mean, that's why you're in the healthcare field. But even if you don't care, just pretend to care and actually listen to what they say. Because that's, for me, I mean, like I said, I'm a big jokester, so I'm not going to get all wrapped around the axle about it. But, I mean, it's embarrassing. You don't put that. Whatever. Anyway, we'll see what happens with the Plaquenil. I'm going to try a low inflammatory diet for now. I told her I kind of wanted to go more the holistic route. So, and I'll check up with the rheumatologist again. But I've really changed my diet all the way around. And anytime I have anything processed now, I don't feel good. And I look at it and I go, well, I'm going to regret having this meal. And I usually do. But, I'm human. So, trying to cut out all sugar. I can't cut out all sugar. Like, that's, for one, that's ridiculous. I'm going to have green tea. Green tea without any kind of honey, forget it. So I have a little bit of honey. You got to pick your battles. And I do the best I can. Having avocado toast with some of the, my friend Kelly actually had suggested the everything bagel seasoning is really good. Rather than having, like, cereal. Because cereal will make me gassy and feel sick. Whereas the avocado toast doesn't. And the fiber is good for you, and the oils are good for you, because they want me to stick to more of like a Mediterranean diet. So anyway, so that's what happened with me. I cannot believe that that's in my chart. But it's in my chart now. And I told my PCP, and she was cracking up. And she's like, I mean, you could have it changed, but it'd be more of a pain than probably it's worth. But anyway, so hope everyone has a nice holiday. And and if you're an NP or some kind of provider, don't do that. All right. Have a good day.